If you're into tree houses, my brand new book is available for pre-order in the description below. Hey, what's up, guys? DecorRelaxShacks.com. This is a treehouse I just finished for clients. I do a lot of treehouse building, kind of almost primarily now as opposed to the tiny house stuff, but I still dabble in that. If you've seen any of my videos before, checked out any of my books, or gone to my workshops. In fact, we just launched the date for 2025 Tiny House Summer Camp in Vermont. Hands-on building, camping, live demos, guest speakers, all that. It's a really good time. Check that out, relaxshacks.com. If you've seen any of that before, you know that I'm very into salvage, saving money, being thrifty. And in this treehouse, I'm going to show you a few things I did to save some dinero, or as they say in Finland, raha. All right, we're going handheld here. First thing, I still need some trim on this, but this is a salvage window. It's 5 feet long. There were these side lights and doors. I got a bunch of them, and I've put many of them to use. This also a salvage door. I fixed it with some sunlight from Palram, which is like the multi-wall greenhouse stuff. The glass was busted out, but I fixed it. It's got the cool old school porcelain doorknob as well. And on the other side, I got it touched up a little bit. This really old school, almost Art Deco knob. So the door has a lot of character, and it saved myself and the clients some money. In here, the stool was found at the side of the road and fixed up. This was bought at an auction for $1. This one's coming home with me because I collect these because I'm very juvenile. I like little pops of color like this. This was from a yard sale, or maybe found in a lot on the side of the road with some fake ivy coming out of it. Bottles, I dig for them. This is just kind of decor things I'm touching upon first to save money because they kind of make a difference. They pepper this with some character. I go bottle digging. My other channel is Streets Shall Provide. You can see that, witness some of that madness there. With a lot of scrap wood, I'll build little shelves with a little coat rack beneath, something I found secondhand as well. These pillows here, and they save me money, but they take some time, granted, to find them, to clean them, to make sure I find the good stuff, to store it. So I don't give it away for free in a lot of cases. It all depends. These are these really great, like brand new throw pillows I got here on this cool little bench area, perfect for reading, hanging out, so much natural light, which brings me to the fact that these windows here were all secondhand. They are sashes from what would have been double hung windows that would slide up and down. I grabbed them individually. Once upon a time, I bought a ton of them in bulk and basically framed them statically, sealed them, put in some stops, some trim, this, that, the other thing. Up here, you can see this calico woodwork. That is secondhand lumber from a house we took apart once upon a time. I thought it would look kind of cool if you had the striped effect here. Same with the wood we built the shelf with up there in the little loft. By adding this loft, you can see this treehouse is only, it's like 7.5 maybe by 10. But by having this height, it really opens up the space. This is one sheet here of Suntuf, S-U-N-T-U-F, polycarbonate roofing. It's kind of the very affordable, easy, and lightweight, simple way to build some treehouse windows. I do it all the time for these like transom style windows. And on the end, that one actually has a little toggle peg. That one opens, pushes open, and there's a guardrail there so kids won't fall out. It's built with some scraps I had left over and made with that sunlight multi-wall polycarbonate stuff. So a cool little window for natural light and for ventilation up there. This here is the mega window made with that stuff from Palram, once again, sunlight it's called. And that worked out really nicely. So if you want a lot of natural air, and of course you can put a screen here because every comment's gonna be like, you're gonna get eaten alive by bugs, dude. I don't know what kind of voice that was. You can put a screen in here, of course, a drop screen. They have the magnetic ones that work great. So this is incredibly lightweight. I'll show you one hand. I'm just pushing this thing open. Locks into place. Very simple. A lot of the shelves here are wood I've saved over the years or found or bartered for in piles. A couple pieces are simply pallet wood I dismantled. Very crude and simple shelves. Get this Dunkin' Donuts cup out of here. America runs on Dunkin', unfortunately. That was a huge mantle board that was like just almost the right length, that I trimmed it out to make a gigantic shelf for storage up there. Some angle brackets I got at a yard sale. I touched upon the bottles again. What else do we got? The carpet, same deal. That's a gorgeous one. I'm trying to think where I got this, but I did not buy it at a store, and it cost me just about nothing, but it was brand new with the tags on it. This is something in the corner I will show you in another video. These crates, I found them, I fixed them up, I painted them, and I didn't do a great job painting them intentionally. I wanted them to look kind of rough and rustic, so I used, like a third of a can of some kind of aqua blue spray paint. Same with the stool. I had some leftover, like this salmon colored paint. I wanted a pop of that because there was almost too much blue in here. So it's little things that add up as you go around. The ladder, made out of scrap wood, and I used that same can of paint because all the pieces being scraps were in different stages of aging, different hues. Some were dark, some were light and newer looking. I cobbled this together and gave it a quick coat of paint with the stuff I had left. And as you see, all in all, there's quite a few things I start to point out that saved me a bunch of money and the client a bunch of money in this here very build. So just some ideas. If you want to implement them, or maybe it sparks some idea of your own in your own build, that would be cool. Hopefully you've gleaned something from this. That's the whole point. Same with my books and all that. And Tiny House Summer Camp, again, happening September 2025, relaxshacks.com. We only allow like 20-something people in. So come camp out, build with us, stay in one of 14 crazy cabins we have in the woods, tree houses, all that jazz. Hope to see you there, and thank you for watching.